Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news this hour, at least 7 counties here in Florida experienced outages to their 911 systems, including Sarasota and Manatee counties.
Service was restored earlier this afternoon after being down for several hours. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Manatee County Emergency Operations Center in Bradenton with more on the story tonight. Rick?
Yeah, guys, this was a little bit of a headache, but now things are somewhat back to normal. Officials say issues with Frontier Communications did affect the 911 system here on the Sun Coast and throughout 7 counties. Folks were given alternative numbers to call in the event of an emergency. 911 was down for about 3 hours and was eventually restored around 1 o'clock this afternoon.
This is an interesting experience for the Sheriff's Office because from the receiving end, all of our data and our information is working just fine. The issue here is with Frontier, and we're not receiving messages due to an issue that Frontier is experiencing. We are getting calls through the AT&T service provider and other local providers. The issue seems to be with Frontier and Verizon. So what we're doing is we're communicating with the public to the best of our ability to give them alternative phone numbers.
And we're being told Frontier did go offline. Their technology went offline and there was a cut to their fiber. We'll have a lot more on this coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Reporting live from Bradenton this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thanks so much for the update. People donate a lot of things to Goodwill, but employees at a Suncoast store were shocked to find a grenade launcher loaded with a live grenade. It happened this weekend at a store on 15th Street East in Bradenton. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says the store manager told deputies the grenade launcher had come in a shipment from another store several days earlier. The employees at that other location said they sent it along because they didn't know what it was. Fortunately, it was reported and deputies were able to dispose of that active grenade in a hazmat locker, and the launcher was stored in the agency's property room. Still not clear who donated the items.
Glad to see it was put into the proper hands instead of somebody else getting a hold of it. Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan to give a look at the first alert forecast this evening. Bob?
Looking pretty good after a cold start this morning. Yes, chilly wind chills in the mid to upper 30s to start things off. And a warm afternoon, though, for the most part, back to average at least for this time of year, low 70s. And you can see from the satellite imagery, these clouds moving off to the southwest. It's rotating around a large area of high pressure, which continues to dominate our weather. And although they're having some problems with the pressure, I can guarantee it's up near 30.20 to 30.30 at this point. 61 degrees right now at the airport. Dew point is rising at 55. That's a good sign. We have a west wind now at 8, so a little sea breeze has developed late, and that's brought our dew point temperature up. It was just at 45 an hour ago. We are looking for lows tonight, though, to drop back down, and that dew point will drop as those winds switch more to an easterly direction beginning later on this evening. Right now, sustained winds out of the northeast, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. And pleasant evening it is, and temperatures we're looking for lows tonight, dropping down into the upper 40s for the most part. If you live right along the area beaches, it'll be right around 50, 52 degrees. That's what it will be near the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. A little bit east of that into the upper 40s. Well, much more in our forecast. Talk about a front. Now, it's been flip-flopping back and forth as to the timing of the showers on Sunday, and the trend now is for later in the day, so that's looking better for us. So we'll have more on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Florida politics could be remade this election year. The state now home to tens of thousands of Puerto Ricans after their homes were devastated by Hurricane Maria. Since Hurricane Maria hit, an estimated 130,000 Puerto Ricans have moved to Florida, ready to start over. 50,000 of them expected to stay as we head into the midterm election year. Both the Republican and Democratic parties statewide are now courting new arrivals to Florida, hopeful of the effects they could have on the coming elections.
Puerto Ricans tend to lean Democratic, so I think Democrats are really excited potentially about this influx of voters that could lean in their favor. It's not a guarantee, though, and it's not like every Puerto Rican votes Democratic.
Coming up tonight at 7, ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick is diving into the issue, looking at whether or not the influx of Puerto Ricans calling Florida home will affect local and statewide elections in 2018.
Former Venice High School football star Trey Burton is preparing for the biggest game of his career, Super Bowl 52. The Philadelphia Eagle will take the field in Minneapolis on Sunday with the entire Venice community back here at home cheering him on. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us with more on his journey.
It wasn't long ago that Trey Burton was playing on this very field at Venice High School. He was the star quarterback and a role model to other players. Now, in a matter of days as the Philadelphia Eagles tight end, he's about to play in the biggest game of his life, and the entire Venice community is rallying behind him.
Back then, he wore number 22. Trey Burton, a name that will go down in Venice High School history.
He helped change our program, and so we're very proud.
Now number 88, the Philadelphia Eagles' dreams are coming true. Just 3 seasons into his NFL career, he and his teammates have the chance to be crowned Super Bowl champions. The same season that his alma mater was crowned state champions.
You know, having all the success that we had on the field this year and bringing home the championship, and now watching one of our own go win it at the highest level, it's very exciting.
Burton still keeps in touch with his former coaches and mentors, Larry Shannon, John Peacock, and Pete Dombrowski.
I texted him last night because I know it's going to get wild at the Super Bowl, so I wanted to text him and say, hey, good luck, and you know, hope everything goes well, and I want to try on your Super Bowl ring.
Not only do they keep in touch, but Burton's Venice High family has been by his side for some of his biggest career accomplishments so far.
I was able to go up to Chicago when he got his first start against the Bears and he caught his first touchdown pass. That was pretty cool.
Going to the NFC Championship game was awesome, seeing him out there, and it just kind of, you know that he's in the NFL, and it kind of just suck home when you walk in and you see his locker and you just see all the things that he's involved in.
Burton clearly making each and every one of them proud.
And Trey deserves all of it. You know, he comes back and he still is involved in our community and still is involved with our players on the team.
A little brother to his former coaches, but the pride and joy of the Venice community.
Even if you were not an Eagles fan or whatever, it doesn't matter. You're a Trey Burton fan and you want him to go bring home the championship.
I'm told that much of Burton's family is traveling from here on the Suncoast up to Minneapolis to watch Super Bowl 52 and to cheer Burton on. Meanwhile, his former coaches and athletic director will be watching the big game from right here at home. Reporting in Venice, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you, Jess. Some disappointing news for baseball fans on the Suncoast. The opening for the new Braves spring training stadium has been delayed. The Atlanta Braves made the announcement today saying they will need more time for construction. Their original goal was to have the stadium open for the entire spring training season in 2019. However, the delay means there will only be one game played at the new stadium in 2019.
A matter of getting everything complete and making sure that the project is right and something that we can live with for the next 30 years.
That one game will be the last game in April of next year. The Braves will be moving their headquarters here right before that game.
The sky featured a celestial triple play this morning, a super blue blood moon. According to NASA, that hasn't happened since 1982. The moon considered a supermoon because it's at its closest point to Earth, a blue moon because this is the second full moon in the month of January, and a blood moon because it appears red during a lunar eclipse.
Why is it red? Well, the reason why is because the same reason why we have a blue sky and we have red sunsets. The Earth's atmosphere bends the light around the Earth to make it fall on the moon, and the blue light gets scattered out going in all directions, and the red light makes it through, so the moon appears red.
Well, unfortunately for us, the western U.S. got the best view of this rare event, and the next time you can catch this super blue blood moon in the U.S. will be in 19 years, January 31st of 2037.
Only gotten to see some pictures, but man, it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it sure was bright, I know that. Still to come in your Suncoast News, the replacement of a Confederate statue in the U.S. Capitol moves forward. We'll look at that proposal.
Plus, a bill that prevents child abuse is being heard in Tallahassee, how that measure aims to change child marriage laws.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $219 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk.
This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
A statue of civil rights leader Mary McLeod Bethune is halfway to its supporters' goal of replacing the likeness of a Confederate general as a representative of Florida in the U.S. Capitol. The Florida Senate voting 37-0 today to pass a measure to have Bethune's statue replace Confederate General Edmund Kirby Smith at the National Statuary Hall in Washington. The legislature voting in 2016 to replace the Smith statue during a nationwide backlash against Confederate symbols in the wake of the 2015 shooting deaths of 9 African-American worshipers at a historic black church in Charleston, South Carolina.
A proposal to prevent the abuse of children is moving forward in the Florida Senate. That bill would ban marriage licenses to people under age 18. It was unanimously approved, with senators citing a case of a woman, Sherry Johnson, who said she was forced to marry at age 11 after being raped and impregnated by an adult.
What it does is closes a loophole so that children cannot be used and abused by folks who, under normal circumstances, would go to jail.
Under current law, minors can marry under certain conditions, such as with parental consent or in case of pregnancies. The House version of the bill is scheduled to be heard tomorrow by the House Judiciary Committee.
And we'll be right back with your forecast for the upcoming weekend, including a chance for some rain.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Start the year off with big savings during the Start Something New event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get a brand new Jeep Renegade for as little as $15,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Compass for just $18,999. Or be one of the first to drive away in a 2018 Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Everybody can make something.
because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Around the neighborhood or around town, you'll feel good and look even better driving your new Fiat. For maximum performance, check out the all-new Fiat Spider. You'll flip over the superior handling and capability. Or follow roads less traveled in the Fiat 500X. So go big or go small. With prices starting as low as $13,999, you're sure to find a Fiat that fits your style during the Start Something New event, going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Well, Bob, everyone was talking about the moon this morning, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the cold.
Yeah,
because if you were out there shooting the moon, you were getting a little bit of a chill, too. The wind chill this morning was in the mid to upper 30s, but boy, what a spectacular shot. Here's a look at it if you didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to see it, but this is from Mike from Osprey. You can see the moon getting ready to set right there, and it looks a little bloodish there in that color, and there it is. Rob Bennett, this is my favorite, I think, as far as the overall color goes. You can see the partial eclipse, the lunar eclipse from Bradenton. Rob Bennett getting that as the Earth's shadow was cast over the moon. And Mary getting this from the Suncoast, a little nice shot there with some trees in the foreground. And Paul Hand, this is another great shot, too. And I've just made a little composite of all these photos, and I put it on our Facebook and mysuncoast.com, so you want to check those out. That way is a webcam showing clear skies and a gorgeous sunset tonight. A spectacular one taking place, and the moon rises at 6:35. We have these clouds around. Whenever you get these high clouds around, it makes for a spectacular sunset, and that's what it's doing tonight. People getting a good treat right there with that cloud formation. And the moon rise at 6:35, so shortly after this newscast, and it sets tomorrow at 8:07. It'll be nearly full, and it will be bright. Mostly fair, cool, but not as cold. And we have this upper level winds continue to move on through overhead, producing those clouds. And the front itself, the next one coming down now through the central United States into Oklahoma now, and stretches all the way over from Ohio through Indiana and into Oklahoma tonight. This front will continue to move to the southeast. There's not a lot of punch to it, though, because the area of low pressure driving it is going to be far enough away from us that it won't get much traction here along the Suncoast. Overnight lows, though, will be cooler than average, but not as cold. Into the mid-40s inland, 47 at Mayaca City. Northport, you'll be at 46, and 48 in Sarasota, 48 in Osprey. Bradenton, 49 degrees. Parrish at 46, a little bit warmer out there at Anna Maria under clear skies, and you'll get a good look at that moon setting tomorrow just after 8 a.m. 61 degrees right now. The dew points come up due to a west wind at 8 miles an hour. And as far as the skies go, they'll stay clear and they'll stay sunny throughout the day tomorrow. Beautiful day in store with lots of sunshine around, no real downside except for kind of a cool start, but that's fairly typical for this time of year. Low 50s, not unusual at all. I mentioned that first front. This is the Euro showing that front coming down on Friday. This is at 9 o'clock, and not much to it. Some clouds increasing on Friday, and then again, another front builds in, associated with a stronger storm system. We have a little disturbance, too, in the upper levels of the atmosphere, which will kind of meet. European suggesting a little bit earlier for the rain on Sunday. Right now, the best chance, I think, is at least after 3 p.m., and then better chances through the evening on Sunday night and into early Monday morning. That's what it looks like right now. Long-range forecast is showing this cold Arctic air kind of staying to our north. We've got a little drop down there into the central United States, and then moving off to the northeast. It's not having a big push down here in the southeast. So no freeze and no wind chill advisory, I don't think, with the next fronts that move on through. That one on Sunday should not really cool us down all that much. Again, for boaters tomorrow, winds will be rather light chop in the bays and inland waters. A caution had been in place all day long today. Well, here's the forecast for the next 7 days. 73, nice on Thursday, so not bad at all there. And then for Friday, we'll see an increase in cloudiness. 72 for your high. Saturday looks good. Just 72 for your high. This is fairly typical. And then more clouds and sun on Sunday. I mentioned the 50% chance for rain in the late afternoon and evening and into the early morning hours. But look at this. Monday looks good. We got 75 on Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday, the high of 76 degrees, and that will be above average. And looks like we will see some nice weather for that particular day on Wednesday. Well, much more coming up at 7 o'clock. See you then. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Venice High School making a splash. The school announcing the addition of boys and girls varsity water polo to its spring athletics lineup. That makes Venice High the first school to have high school varsity water polo teams in Southwest Florida. The Venice High water polo program is community funded through the Southwest Florida Water Polo Foundation. Home games will be held at the Venice High pool, and practice started on January 22nd. Stay with us. We're going to tee it up on the Dream 18 next.
First out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a multimedia local sales manager. Strong new business, digital, and OTT background required. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Tonight's Dream 18 takes us to Myakka Pines Golf Club in Englewood.
ABC 7's Adam Cellini makes his Dream 18 debut.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Dream 18. I'm Adam Cellini and we're out here at Myakka Pines Golf Course near the Myakka State Forest in Englewood, Florida. I'm joined by TK Matthews, the general manager out here, and TK, it's kind of like taking a walk through nature out here at Myakka Pines.
Yeah, it's a very unique property. We have 27 holes, no housing. It's very peaceful. We're like playing golf in a preserve surrounded by wildlife. It's something that'll never be made again. It's really peaceful and awesome out here.
So yeah, we're going to play hole number 8 here on the red course. Is that correct?
Yes, hole number 8 on the red. It's about 400 yards. We're going to hit a tee shot out there. It's wide open fairway. We come up to the green. It's going to be surrounded by a little bit of water, usually some wildlife, but it's a very fun hole to play.
And we can hit driver here on this hole, right?
You can hit driver, yep.
All right, a lot of landing room. So let's see how it goes.
All right.
Look at that.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm guessing you're about 110 to the pin. We're a little downwind. You don't want to go over because trouble's over, you know, and you want to make sure you want to get on the green.
I may aim towards the front of the green a little bit,
yeah.
just because that's my style. I mean,
yeah, and aim to the right of the pin. All right, that's right at it. I see a little right to left. The big thing is speed. You want to get it close because we want to a tap in if you mess your birdie.
Yeah.
A tap in, no stress. You know,
yeah,
it's mainly it's all speed. So it should go a little left to you off that hill.
This is where people make their money.
This is the money shot.
On the green.
A little bit harder up the hill. Yeah. Boom.
Oh!
You're robbed.
That was
a
lot
good
of
putt.
confidence in that.
That was
putt.
a good putt. Good putt.
There it is.
That was awesome.
TK, thanks a lot.
Hey, you're welcome. That was awesome. Yeah.
So we're going to get out on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook.
Facebook.
You guys are everywhere right now.
We are, yep.
So we're out and find them, Myakka Pines Golf Course, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was pretty impressed with that.
Adam has a nice swing. I've played golf with him before. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. He can hit the ball a long way.
Yes, he can.
Former baseball player, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
so.
most baseball players are good golfers. You know, they say though, drive for show, putt for dough, and he pointed it out right there. Adam, good competition there coming up too. We are looking at some nice weather this evening, mostly fair, and temperatures in the 40s, upper 40s tomorrow morning to start the day off, but not too bad.
Okay, thank you, Bob. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease the all-new Subaru Impreza for just $185 a month, or get 0% financing and 0 down with complimentary maintenance included. That's right, not 1 penny down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. It is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. Go to vaos.org online for more details.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.